Our research was focused on the influence of student participation in Fire Week, specifically the Fire Week that took a trip to Tennessee in the GSMIT, which is the Great Smoky Mountains Institute in Tremont. This institute provides experiential learning, which is essentially bringing students there, and they focus on a lot of outdoor learning and learning by doing. Goal of our research was to find out why students wanted to attend this specific trip to GSMIT. The way that we collected our data was by interviewing each and every one of the students that had signed up for the trip. We gave each of the students that signed up a survey that had different aspects of the trip, like experiential factors, professional factors, educational factors, and structural factors. Each of the categories had a few questions that fell under that specific category. After we interviewed each and every one of the students attending the trip, we gathered all the raw data and we replaced the student's name with pseudonyms to be able to investigate the results and see what we kind of noticed and what the trends were with the surveys. Part of the survey was having the students rank what was most important to them. So 1 being the most important and 13 being the least important. In our graph, it shows that even though the professional factors is the lowest bar, that actually means that that was most important to students because we had it ranked on a scale from 1 being the most important and 13 being the least important. So our graph shows that the professional factors were the most influential reason why students wanted to come on this trip. When we took all the data and looked it over, the most important factor to students was to develop skills to work with children. So that falls under the professional factors. The majority of the students that went on this trip were education majors, but we also had other majors that wanted to work with children as well, which makes sense why the developmental skills to work with children was ranked so high. Under structural factors, earning an LO1 credit was the lowest ranked factor, so many students didn't need the LO1 credit earned from going on this trip. And then one of the things that we saw in the middle was the cost, which was $260 was reasonable. So many people thought that this was kind of important to them, but not most important or the least important. I am now currently working with Dr. Daiga as a FIRA research assistant. So this data is super interesting and helpful because now planning the trip for this year, we're able to look at the data and see why people wanted to come and what was most important to them, to be able to look it over and maybe add some more professional factors because we saw that that was the most important to students this year. We can also see what was not important to students and be able to maybe shift it or change it to be able to make the experience